We will start in a few minutes. Let everyone need join. Okay, we'll start in a few minutes. So we will start with the basic stuff that we have discussed in the last lecture. Then I will tell you about the unit test 2. So unit test 2 is already uploaded in all of your account. I'm going to tell you that where you can access those unit test 2 papers. Okay. But once the everyone will join right now, only just 30 students are there. So after 10 to 15 minutes, I'm going to demonstrate once everyone. Okay. So in the last lecture, what we have discussed about the stuff related to Wi-Fi, Zigbee, Bluetooth. Okay. So we have started with this. What happened? Okay. We have started with this diagram. Okay. And we have seen this diagram that depend on your requirement. Like you can say whether you yeah, whether you want to require a high throughput or you require the high range, or you require a high throughput, low range, or low throughput, high range. Meaning of that, like which type of the speed you require. Do you require a low speed in a large distance of communication, or you require a we can say high speed in low distance of communication, or you require both of them, high speed as well as a long distance of communication. Depend on that which type of the technology is going to be applicable for you. Okay, so we have identified like whatever this Bluetooth, Zigbee, these are the category of low speed, I can say in a low area. While we can say with the low area, if you require a high transmission or we can say high data rate, you will choose a Wi-Fi. और ये हम सब लोगों ने एक्सपीरियंस किया है कि अगर हमको कम डिस्टेंस कुछ मीटर्स के अंदर हमको वाईफाई हम लगाते हैं, so we will get a speed up to 50 to 60, even if right now it will give a 150 to 200 Mbps. Okay, so अगर हमको शॉर्ट डिस्टेंस में ज्यादा स्पीड चाहिए तो हम वाईफाई यूज करते हैं. शॉर्ट डिस्टेंस में कम स्पीड से काम चल रहा है तो हम ब्लूटूथ जिगबी यूज करते हैं. If we require a long distance but reasonably slow speed, so we will go with the 2G or 3G communication. Okay, जो हम लोगों सबने experience किया before Jio has entered into the India. Like with the 3G, you are having a reasonably slow speed, but you can do the communication into the larger distance. You can connect through a longer distance through the mobile towers. Then 4G came, so that range is going to fix. Like whatever the tower you have installed, that they will provide the same type of the services, but added with the high speed of internet access. So that's why this 4G LTE it's offer you the high speed, not the as much as high speed as a Wi-Fi, but reasonably high speed for the long distance of connection. As well as there are a WiMAX, which is an inter between of that Wi-Fi and 4G. Okay, it is having a reasonably high speed also as well as a high distance also. So, comedy, also, anything you want to say? This classification also we have discussed. Like there are a 802, which is a IEEE standard. And depending on that 802 standard, there are a different classification of that. Okay, just a second. So there are a different, hello, it is visible now, okay. So there are a different classification are also there whenever we talk about the 802 point, I can say standard, where there are a Wi-Fi, personal area network, okay, Bluetooth, other personal WBN groups are there. As well as we have ended our discussion with this particular table, okay, where it is having a commander which family, what are the downlink, what are the uplink, what is the coverage you can. So depend on this table, you can get idea that what is the coverage of different technology. We have end our lecture with this. Next, we have the wireless technology trends, okay, in which it is discussed with the three stuff, like when we can distance. અને ગરમી થતી હોય તો આ બાજુ આપી દે. Okay, so there are three things which is discussed over here, and these three things are why only 31 students are there. Where are the other? TC2, 3. Link share to ask common છે. Just a second, I'm waiting for the students why they are not. Let me share the link with those students. Okay, please, yes, I have sent the link. So What are the things we have like in our wireless technology? Wi-Fi, WiMAX, LTE are there. So in Wi-Fi, what are the advantages? You can make a more hotspot. It will also offer the high speed, and it is having a technology related to 802.11 ABG, 802.11n. While WiMAX is for bill payment, CTO, Motorola, said WiMAX will be finally evolved to the LTE. So we can say whatever the technology provided by WiMAX. WiMAX is nothing but higher version of the Wi-Fi with the longer distance of communication. So whatever the antenna, whatever the infrastructure they are designing, it is for the long distance communication. And furthermore, that distance is further going to increase and it's merged with the LTE or you can say 4G. Okay, modification in that criteria lead towards the 4G merger. LTE, which is a good coverage and high throughput. Okay, with the offloading. Okay, it is reasonably high throughput as compared to the WiMAX also. So LTE, that's right now we are experiencing that LTE in a 4G connection. Okay. In next in a 5G or 6G, they are might be going with the MIMO technology, and they are having a multiple antennas are there. Even they are providing a high speed connection more than this 4G. So it is on the process of launching, but right now we are experienced with the LTE with the good coverage and high throughput. Next we have like what do we mean by offloading? Okay, offloading there are two stuff is going to be considered over here. Like whatever the technology are there with related to the voice communication. Like whether you can say there are 2G, 3G or 4G, primary requirement of mobile phone is to transfer the voice signal. Okay, primary task is to transfer the voice signal, and then after it will just generating is very happy with. Okay, so primary function of any particular mobile company which is related to the voice communication, and then after it is providing the stuff related to traffic. Okay, so there are no, please quickly second. So there are a voice dominant and data dominant. Okay, there are two areas there. Like all the companies are making a equal type of the money, as you can say, like if the traffic is going to increase, if the traffic is going to be increased, revenue is also going to be increased in a voice dominant. It is a simple like that. Let's consider there are a Vodafone has launched their company into the 15 or 16 years back. Okay. At that time, what are their primary requirement? That number of customers should be rise. So if number of customers should be rise, more and more people will use their call services, and depend on that call services, they are charge you some of the money and you will get a revenue from that. It is a simply will be simple will be like you do the recharge of 249 rupees and we will give you the 1 month free voice calling. So it will be like that, whatever the number of customer equal to 249 rupees of the price you will get. Now that is not the same case when you go with the data, when you providing the data. It will be having a decoupled, like as the traffic is going to increase, your revenue is not going to be increased in a linear manner. Okay, you can say in a data dominate, you like you have just given them a 249 rupees of the recharge, and you have given the service like per day 1 GB you are providing. Okay, now, whenever you can say the like for a per customer in 1 month, for 30 days you are giving a 1 GB as a limit. So whether that person is using that 1 GB or not, or whether they are using a half of the GB, charge is going to be fixed to 49. But they need to be ready with that, like whatever the customers are there, that customer multiplied by of that GB must be provided as a service during the day. ओके ऐसा नहीं है कि आप जितनी कॉल करोगे उतना पैसा आपको मिलेगा, ऐसा नहीं है यहाँ पे। आपने एक बार 249 रुपीज में एक बार कोई एक कस्टमर को बोल दिया कि आपको 1 GB का डेटा मिलेगा आज के दिन में, बाद में वो बंदा 1 GB पूरे दिन में यूज करे या ना करे, यू नीड टू बी रेडी विद दोस इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर। ठीक है, नाउ एट दैट टाइम time it is not going linearly. Like वो जैसे जैसे data use करता जाएगा आपका revenue बढ़ेगा. It's not like that. If your data is going, the data consumption is going to be increased very large, still the revenue is going to be constant. Okay, it is not in a linear manner. Like इतना KB use करो इतना पैसा मिलेगा, इतना MB use करो. It will be not like that. Whatever the promising stuff you have given, that stuff is going to be constant. Nowadays, this scenario is there. Whatever the revenue and the traffic, both are going to be decoupled. ठीक है, आपके पास जितने भी कस्टमर्स हैं, आपको उसका 249 रुपीज तो मंथली मिल गया है. अभी वो कस्टमर को सस्टेन करने के लिए आप कौन सा आप वो कंपटीशन में आप पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हो जिसमें उसको ज्यादा डेटा मिल रहा है. अगर आप उससे इधर उधर हुए तो वो जंप करके पोर्टेबिलिटी करके दूसरे में चला जाएगा. यस भक्ति, एनी क्वेश्चन भक्ति? Okay, so these are the stuff we have. Like previously, whenever the Jio has entered, they are having a huge stuff. Like वो सबसे ज्यादा data provide करता, सबके पास Jio था. Now Vodafone is also providing double data. एक दिन में 4 GB data use करो. Monthly कितना bill आता है? 250 rupees का. Okay, and similar type of the charges Jio will also give. So now it is a competition. So to Vodafone, उसको जितने customer थे उसको sustain करने के लिए उतना तो revenue मिल रहा है. But to getting a more and more stuff, we need to think on this decoupled traffic. कि मैं ट्रैफिक भी बढ़ाता जा रहा हूँ और मेरा रेवेन्यू भी इतना नहीं आ रहा है. ऐसा हो गया कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोग डेटा यूज करते हैं, फिर भी आपका रेवेन्यू एक लेवल पे सीमित हो जाता है, जो पहले नहीं था. जितने लोग कस्टमर उतना मंथली चार्जेस, इतना आपका रेवेन्यू बढ़. इसलिए ये जो वोडाफोन आइडिया सब कंपनी इतनी इंडिया में ग्रूम हुई, लेकिन मुकेश भाई ने सबको बिठा दिया. डेटा दो, सबका दुकान बंद कर दिया. But this is the actual real issue is there, like how those competition is going to start it. So how to offload, like Wi-Fi, opportunistically use a Wi-Fi hotspot once they are available, as well as what is the Wi-Fi like. ऑफलोड करना मतलब कि क्या है कि लाइक आप उसको सेपरेट कर रहे हो कि आपके पास इतने कस्टमर तो आपने सस्टेन कर ही लिए. अभी वो कस्टमर को सस्टेन करने के लिए आप कितना डेटा उसको मैक्सिमम दे सकते हो, तो आपका रेवेन्यू स्ट्रीम उतना ही बढ़ा रहा है. सो इट विल बी हैविंग ऑफ, ये जितना डेटा कंजप्शन बढ़ेगा आपका रेवेन्यू ऐसे एक्सपोनेंशियली नहीं, बट धीरे 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 ऊपर जाएगा. बट इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप वो जो डेटा ऑफलोडिंग वाला चार्ट है, ट्रैफिक का चार्ट है, वो लिमिट कर दो. You also need to think on that. If you increase your data even in exponentially, your revenue is generating slowly, linearly. So आपको क्या सोचना है कि लाइक मैं कस्टमर को सबसे ज्यादा डेटा प्रोवाइड करने वाली कंपनी बनूंगा, तो मेरा रेवेन्यू है वो धीरे धीरे बढ़ेगा. और यही सेम चीज GGPL और टिकोना सब लोग कर रहे हैं. पहले 450 रुपए में कितना मिलता था? 15 Mbps or 10 Mbps. Right now in 450 or 500 rupees, they are giving a 60 Mbps speed. Have you seen the same price is there? Traffic is increased. Revenue is constant, but traffic is going to increase with the higher data rate. That's the reason. What is a Wi-Fi? It's a sword for a wireless fidelity, a trademark of Wi-Fi Alliance. Alliance, it means there are one particular group of members in which there are a NXP Semiconductor, different industries are there, National Semiconductor, and several companies are there. Okay, Motorola. They are making one particular cartel name as a Wi-Fi Alliance. So the brand name for product using IEEE 802.11 family of standard, commonly used for wireless local area network to make the connection into the smaller area, local area. What are the different family? In September 1999, it is starting with 5 to 3.7 gigahertz of their communication frequency. The data rate is going to 20 to 54, lower data rate. Range is up to 35 to 35 in indoor. Outdoor it is a 120. Why it is the range is different? Indoor it's only 35 and outdoor it's a 120. Yes, we can say whatever the infrastructure is there, it will use the dispersion, or it will generate a scattering. Whenever you start the emitting some of the Wi-Fi signal from this room, okay, and if you are transmitting the same signal into the outside, so the range in outside is a higher. Why? Because there are no any limitation or boundary are there, or no there any type of the scattering going to be happen. If that one signal which I am launching from this room, if it is want to reach to outside, you need to cross this particular wall or any particular furniture, and in at that furniture or wall, the signal is going to absorb or getting scattered. While in open space, it is just moved freely. So that's why in indoor the range is low, outdoor range is higher. Simple stuff is there. So as the time progress, A, B, G, and protocol right now in N. N is also just 12 years old, but it is having a data rate up to 110 Mbps to 300 plus Mbps. Ranges from 70 to 50 Mbps speed. So whatever the router you are purchasing from iBall or any particular company, they are having a higher and higher data rate of the Wi-Fi router is there. Okay. So that's just about the Wi-Fi different generation. What is a Wi-Fi network topology? It's a point to multi-point, point to point, multi-point to multi-point. So there are a different type of the topology network are there. Like point to multi-point, it will be access point. So we can say that access point, it means you are setting a one particular router, and from that router, all the devices going to be connected. That's the access point based network. What is an ad hoc network? In ad hoc network, there are no such fixed access point. Okay. What is the best example of that? If you have used mobile as a Xender application. Xender application is there. So Xender is working on which principle? You must need to connect the Wi-Fi. And from Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi, mobile to mobile, you can do the data transfer. Now you can start the Xender at anywhere. You just require the Wi-Fi in your mobile phone. You can start your Wi-Fi, do some connection, you can share the data. Is okay? So that's considered as a ad hoc network where the specific infrastructure you doesn't require. अगर आपको वाईफाई का एक्सेस चाहिए तो वो रेंज के अंदर आपको आना पड़ेगा, तब जाके वाईफाई, घर का वाईफाई कैसे एक्सेस कर सकते हो? घर पे जाके, यहाँ पे बैठ के नहीं। लेकिन यहाँ पे आप जेंडर को यूज करके या कोई ऐसी एप्लीकेशन को यूज करके आप यहाँ पे अपना नेटवर्क बना सकते हो, फाइल शेयर कर सकते हो. So that's considered as a ad hoc network where the specific infrastructure doesn't require. आप कहीं पे भी नेटवर्क बना के फाइल शेयर कर सकते हो, उसको ad hoc नेटवर्क बोलते हैं. Okay, but to get the wireless communication with the specific infrastructure, it's considered as a access point based network. कि एक तो चीज स्पेसिफिक एक फिक्स होनी चाहिए, बाकी के जो भी मोबाइल वायरलेस डिवाइस है वो आप रोमिंग करके या उतनी रेंज में घूम के एक्सेस कर सकते हो, बट एक तो सेंट्रली चाहिए. Have you got this difference? Access point based and ad hoc based. समझ रहे हैं सब लोग या अभी नहीं दिमाग में आया? Yes or no? चलिए, multi point to multi point, which is a mesh network. It will be like that. You are connecting with some of the ad hoc network. Ad hoc network, you are connecting with some of the access point based network. Then such access point is connected with another access point, and likewise, this stuff is going to be happening. You can say like that. You are having a different access points at the, let's say कोई campus है, वहाँ पे एक वाईफाई जो आपने अप्लाई किया है वही सेम वाईफाई से दूसरा वाईफाई कनेक्ट हो रहा है. Like you do the Wi-Fi, I can say there's distribution in a large building. आपको पता है अगर आप वाईफाई का राउटर लगाते हो तो उसका रेंज वो फ्लोर तक रहता है. If you are just 3 floor down or something up, that particular network range is not that much of good. तो आप क्या करते हो? वो वाईफाई में जो भी नेटवर्क आ रहा है उसको आप दूसरे राउटर में भी कनेक्ट करते हो, और फिर से वो दूसरे राउटर से आप नीचे का जो आपका फ्लोर है वहां पे इंटरनेट एक्सेस दे. सो यू हैव डन द मल्टीपल स्टफ. यहाँ पे एक राउटर लगाया, दूसरे फ्लोर पे राउटर लगाया, अपर फ्लोर पे सामने बिल्डिंग में लगाया, एंड दे ऑल आर कनेक्टेड विथ वन पर्टिकुलर कनेक्शन. Okay, so likewise you are creating a meshing network that all are connected with each other, and from those the wireless connection is going to establish. So this stuff we have already observed in our day-to-day life. So we are aware with that, but this is the technical name of the stuff. Okay, so how many students we have? 79 students we have. So let me just share this stuff, or we will wait for the end of the lecture then, otherwise everybody will just Yeah. So these are the stuff like what is the Wi-Fi channel? Okay. So that Wi-Fi channel is you are going for the different country. Their Wi-Fi communication channel is also going to be different. First of all, you need to think on this one. Everybody, this is a very important stuff in there. Just a second. Hello. Yes. Anybody has heard about ISM band previously? No. Consider like what is this ISM band on that same ISM band this entire technology actually working right now. Okay. Like आप कोई भी मोबाइल फोन लेते हो ठीक है so mobile phone will give you service to talk from one place to another place so you are paying the money to that particular mobile company and mobile company has purchased the band from Ministry of Telecommunication so government को पैसा जाता है जो आप कॉल करते हो if you have set up a radio station तो आप रेडियो स्टेशन परचेज करते हो भाई मेरे को ये रेडियो स्टेशन 98.3 लगाना है तो वो बैंड के लिए सर गवर्नमेंट में अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा ना कि लाइक आई एम गोइंग टू launch my radio station at the frequency of 98.3 megahertz you I will pay the money to use that band so whenever we using a particular band of this particular entire electromagnetic spectrum we need to pay the money to the government or we need to acquire the license from the government like walkie talkie or whatever the walkie talkie used by any amateur radio station or any policeman or any particular traffic control or traffic operator they are using a walkie talkie so to hold that walkie talkie and to talk with that particular frequency you require a license named as a amateur radio license आपके पास कैसे आप गन परचेस करते हैं या फिर आपके पास गन का लाइसेंस होना चाहिए सो यू नीड टू टेक अ परमिशन फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट likewise to hold a walkie talkie and to talk with that walkie talkie you require a license okay so to use the any electromagnetic band available in the India either you require a license or you need to pay the money to government to use those electromagnetic band आप ऐसे ही कोई ट्रांसमिट करके अपना कम्युनिकेशन नहीं एस्टैब्लिश करोगे दूसरे लोगों को पता चलेगा ये बिना परमिशन के कर रहा है so it will be charged you on that okay there are some of the cases is going to be there are such type of the rules are there now so there are a subscription or you can say purchase based or license based radio community or radio spectrum are there. Out of that, some of the band as government has allocated to use as a freely. Like उसको use करने के लिए आपको एक पैसा नहीं देना पड़ेगा. वो बैंड का नाम है ISM band, Industrial, Scientific and Medical Band, in which whatever the technology in which we are using our communication or we are doing our communication without asking permission from the government like you are transferring the data into the Bluetooth so obviously Bluetooth is working on some of the frequency it is come under the electromagnetic band लेकिन आपको Bluetooth से data transfer करने के लिए government से letter नहीं लिखना मैं करूँ या ना करूँ it is a free similarly whatever the Wi-Fi router you are placing at your home it is also working on electromagnetic wave still you need not to give any permission get any permission from the government why because it is come under the free access band whatever the microwave oven whatever the bell you are using whatever the home automation home automation technology we are using these all are come under the ISM band and that ISM band whatever the device you have created which will work on that ISM band आप ब्लूटूथ वाईफाई जिगबी कोई भी वायरलेस डिवाइस ले लो अगर वो ISM बैंड के अंदर अपना डेटा ट्रांसमिट कर रहा है तो उसको गवर्नमेंट से परमिशन लेने की जरूरत नहीं है Okay, so whenever somebody asks, will be like that, why we need not to take permission to use this band? Your answer will be that is come under the ISM band. So that specific band has reserved by the government that all the personal gadgets or devices can use those band without asking the permission. Okay. As per the different criteria, different country, this band, this channels is also going to be different. So we can say this channel 1 to channel 11, channel 1 to channel 11, they are using in a North America, like channel 1 to 13 is used in a Europe, 1 to 14 in Asia. So you can say in channel 1 to 11, it means from 2.412 to 2.462 gigahertz, it's used for the Wi-Fi in America. So in America, if you want to sell any particular router, that router must be having the frequency between 2.400 gigahertz to 2.462 giगाहर्ट्ज. अगर वो 2.5 gigahertz के अंदर ट्रांसमिशन चालू करेगा तो वो राउटर को मार्केट में बेचने के लिए परमिशन ही नहीं मिलेगी, because it is not in a particular channel band. Similarly, in Europe, in Asia, there are different channels has been given. Okay, in that channel you can do your wireless. Is it okay? So country wise country, this band is differ. जैसे हमने देखा कि मोबाइल बैंड भी अलग अलग होते हैं. Okay, वहाँ पे I can say Sprint or any other company, Virgin Phone, there are different type of the companies are there in US. They are using a different band as compared to our country. Okay, whatever the charger they are using to charge their mobile, it is of 60 hertz, while we are using a charger of 50 hertz. So that technologies differ, the cheap manufacturing, all the stuff is going to differ. Why? Because whatever the communication band is there, it is also differ on that devices, country by country. So these are the some of the Wi-Fi channels. Wi-Fi radio mode in action. Okay, so as I have told you, what do you mean by that? I can say, what do you mean by this access point based network, or we can say ad hoc based network? Okay, over here there are some of the diagram is there where you can say you are having a there is a line which is written at the end. Ad hoc mode can only talk to another ad hoc mode in that they are in a range, while we can say ad hoc mode cannot talk to the access point. You will say like that, if you have started with some of the ad hoc mode over here, you can connect the different mobile through that. It will be simple like that. You are having one Bluetooth device is there. With that Bluetooth device, you will connect with 4 device. Then further it is with the another device they can connect and create such type of the tree. So different ad hoc network can connect with those different ad hoc networks. So other stuff is there. Or best example we have, it's a Wi-Fi tethering. You connect with the Wi-Fi, again you tether those devices, and then you will again connect with the other devices. That's the process. But if you are setting a ad hoc mode, it means there are no specific access points are there. Then you can say you are allowed to connect into the on that ad hoc node network only. But if you are creating an access point based network, so how it will connect? Access point can connect with the another client server model is there. एक access point है वो उसके साथ जितने भी devices है उसके साथ connect कर सकता है. Now that device cannot connect with the ad hoc. Okay, समझ में आ रहा है या नहीं समझ में आ रहा, फिर से मैं समझाता हूँ. We have seen the one of the example previously कि like आपको कोई एक device पे या फिर कोई एक access point पे आपको क्या करना है, you need to set up a Wi-Fi into the large area. तो आप क्या करोगे, एक राउटर यहाँ पे लगाओगे, दूसरा राउटर यहाँ पे लगाओगे, तीसरा, and you give the connection, single connection to all of them, and with that single connection where all the router are connected, you set up a individual Wi-Fi connection जो सेम यहाँ पे मारवाड़ी में हो रहा है. एक सर्वर में से एक लाइन आती है, वो एक लाइन से सब राउटर कनेक्टेड है. So you are setting a access points, different access point, and through that you are giving a Wi-Fi services, wireless services. We can say like that, if it is want to connect access point directly to access point. पहले सिनेरियो में मैंने क्या बोला कि आपके पास एक कॉमन लाइन है, वो कॉमन लाइन के थ्रू आप अलग अलग एक्सेस पॉइंट लगाते हो. लेकिन अगर आप ऐसा करो कि एक्सेस पॉइंट या लाइन के थ्रू नहीं, directly through the Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi you are connecting, it is not going to possible. So that's why there are AP cannot talk to another AP with wireless. You can connect the wired with that and you set up a 2 access point. So आपका इंटरनेट सर्विस प्रोवाइडर एक ही है, एक ही लाइन है, उससे आप अलग अलग एक्सेस पॉइंट कर सकते हो. बट विल बी नॉट लाइक दैट यहाँ पे एक्सेस पॉइंट था वो दूसरों को एक्सेस दे रहा है. Okay, that's the one thing. As well as whatever the ADOC network you have started, ऐसा हो रहा है कि यहाँ पे कोई एक ग्रुप में कोई वाईफाई चालू करके अपना इंटरनेट शेयर कर रहा है. इट विल बी नॉट लाइक दैट इसका वाईफाई जो भी डेटा शेयर कर रहा है थ्रू दैट वाईफाई और दैट क्लाइंट इज गोइंग टू कनेक्ट. ये ऐसा हो गया ना कि आप अगर अभी वाईफाई इस मोबाइल का टीथरिंग से यूज कर रहे हो, लेट्स से वन पर्सन इज टीथरिंग दैट फोन, वो वाईफाई से आप इंटरनेट एक्सेस कर रहे हो तो साइमल्टेनियसली आप कॉलेज के वाईफाई से एक्सेस नहीं कर सकते हो. नहीं होता ना, अभी वाईफाई मैं मैक में आईएमबी में करूं तो मेरा मोबाइल साथ में नहीं चलेगा. यू नीड टू डिस्कनेक्ट एंड देन रिकनेक्ट विद अनदर वाईफाई. सो दैट्स द स्टफ हियर. Like such type of the another client to client or another ADOC cannot work. Okay, ADOC से client हो सकते हैं but access point to ADOC it's not going to work. While in the case of only the ADOC network they can connect with all of them. कि लाइक आप जो भी आपके पास जेंडर या जो भी आप यूज करते हो आप मल्टीपल को कनेक्ट भी कर सकते हो. साइमल्टेनियसली विद दैट जेंडर यू कैन कनेक्ट विद अदर आल्सो, एज वेल एज इफ यू हैव अ वन ब्लूटूथ यू कैन शेयर दैट टू द अनदर ब्लूटूथ आल्सो. तो आप वो पूरा चेन बना सकते हो. बट उसके लिए क्या होना चाहिए, सब एडोक नेटवर्क ही होना चाहिए. समझ रहे हो आप? सो लाइकवाइज दिस आर द कनेक्शन पॉसिबिलिटीज आर एंड यही रीजन है जब हम वाईफाई का कोई बटन प्रेस करते हैं तो आइदर ये वाईफाई से कनेक्ट हो ये इससे, तीन चार के साथ एक साथ नहीं कनेक्ट हो सकते. दैट्स द रीजन भी है. How much time? 9:34. Okay, 98 students are there right now. Let me just show stuff in between of this lecture. Everybody just listen it carefully. It is very important and you know that there are a deadline that we have given for this particular task. Canvas आपका कब तक खत्म होगा? 21 अक्टूबर को कैनवास पोर्टल बंद हो जाएगा. जो भी लोग नए हैं, पुराने हैं, अभी ज्वाइन हुए हैं, जो भी है, यू नीड टू ट्राई टू डू इट बिफोर 21 अक्टूबर. डिफिकल्टी है तो मेरे को मिलिए, बट ऑल द टास्क हैज बीन गिवन. सब कुछ अलोकेट कर दिया है. यूनिट टेस्ट 2 बाकी था, वो भी कल अलोकेट कर दिया. सो नाउ वी आर फ्री. इट इज अप टू यू. और कितना टाइम दिया है हम लोगों ने यूनिट टेस्ट 2 करने के लिए? 50 मार्क के पेपर के लिए 3 घंटे मिलते हैं. 100 मार्क के पेपर के लिए 3 घंटे मिले हैं. 30 मार्क का पेपर करने के लिए 21 अक्टूबर तक का. सो यू आर हैविंग अ नियर अबाउट 16 डेज. 16 डेज में 30 मार्क का पेपर तो आप कर ही सकते हैं. ये कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. ठीक है. So how you can access the question paper of unit test 2? Everybody listen it carefully. कहाँ पे जाना है? ये आपका जैसा ही मॉड्यूल है स्टूडेंट. You need to go to your grades. Simply ग्रेड में जाना है. यहाँ पे EAC2 के बाजू में यहाँ पे एक बटन होगा. There are one button is there near to this EAC2. You need to click on this one. नीचे pop-up window आएगा. Whatever this download paper 88 PDF, it is your unit test 2 paper. आपको ये पेपर डाउनलोड करना है, उसका प्रिंट आउट निकालना है और कोई भी एक बुक में या सप्लीमेंट्री में ये यूनिट टेस्ट 1 का और यूनिट टेस्ट 2 का दोनों का पेपर आप लोगों को वाइवा के टाइम पे मेरे को सबमिट करना है. ठीक है. विदाउट दैट हार्ड कॉपी आई विल नॉट टेक अ वाइवा ऑफ एनीबॉडी. ठीक है. सो ये किस में लिखोगे? आप कोई छोटी सी नोटबुक में लिख सकते हो 20-25 पेज की. और आपको वो जो यूनिट टेस्ट 1 का पेपर था उसकी प्रिंट आउट लेके आइए जो आपने यहाँ पे अपलोड किया था. एंड you need to submit back to us this unit test 2 paper. आपको यहाँ कैनवास में भी अपलोड करना है और हार्ड कॉपी जब आप वाइवा में आओ तब आपको लेके आना. There are a 30 mark question is there. Some of the questions are easy that you can search in the internet and you can. Some of the questions are really hard. You need to search from the internet. Case study, कुछ problem statement हो गए और majority portion 15 mark 10 mark का ऐसा होगा. So you need to think, and for thinking that we have given this enough 15 days of time. ठीक है. ऐसी चीजें आपको करनी है. कहां से पेपर मिलेगा फिर से मैं बताता हूँ. आपको आपके ग्रेड सीट में जाना है. वहां पे जाके EAC2 के बाजू में ये जो यहाँ पे ये जो चैट विंडो जैसा है उसके ऊपर क्लिक करना है. यहाँ पे आपको जो PDF मिलेगा वो आपका पेपर है. सब लोग आज के दिन में अपने कैनवास में जाके चेक कर लेंगे कि उसको ये यूनिट टेस्ट 2 का पेपर मिला है या नहीं। सुनील सर ने कल तक जितने लोग कैनवास में थे सबको ये पेपर भेज दिया है। और ध्यान रखिए ये सब पेपर अलग अलग है। We have approximately taken 230 or 250 papers we have initially we have sent और बाद में उसको भी आगे ऐसे करके हमने 300 350 पेपर तक हम गए हैं। सो एवरीबॉडी विल गेट अ डिफरेंट पेपर। कुछ एक दो क्वेश्चन हो सकते हैं लेकिन मेजोरिटी ऑफ द क्वेश्चन जो मेजर पोर्शन होगा वो आप और हम इसका वाइवा लेंगे। ठीक है, इट्स फॉलोड बाय वाइवा। आप किसी का कॉपी मार के छाप के लेके आए, अगर आपको नहीं पता उसका आंसर क्यों ये है, सो यू विल गेट अ 0 मार्क इन दैट। सो डोंट कॉपी एंड पेस्ट, बी ऑनेस्ट। We are going to take a vibe of this particular stuff. Is it okay? क्या होगा आज का टास्क सब लोगों का? जितने भी लोग आज ये सुन रहे हैं उन सबको आज ही के दिन पे जाके कैनवास में चेक करना है उसका यूनिट टेस्ट 2 का पेपर आया या नहीं। अगर आपको नहीं पता चलता है तो आप ESC 2 में यहाँ पे होम में भी जाके कैसे इसको एक्सेस करना है, तो ESC 2 में हमने यहाँ पे दिया हुआ भी है। ESC 2 there are instruction is given. You can read this instruction, you can get this done. कोई डाउट किसी को? किस में लिखोगे आप इसको? नोटबुक में लिख सकते हो, सप्लीमेंट्री में लिख सकते हो, बाहर से परचेज करके आप किसी, बट वो आपको मुझे सबमिट करना है। सो अकॉर्डिंग दैट यू स्टार्ट सी दैट स्टफ। स्क्रीन इज नॉट शेयर्ड। क्या बात कर रहे हैं? अरे यार भी बोले आप। चलिए फिर से मैं स्क्रीन शेयर करता हूँ। चलिए वॉइस इज नॉट क्लियर, मैं फिर से रिपीट करता हूँ, 1 मिनट दीजिए मेरे। Is it visible to everyone? Is it visible? Okay, चलो। So where you can get this unit test 2 paper, मैं फिर से explain करता हूँ, सब लोग फिर से देख लीजिए। You need to go to your grades। जैसे ही आप अपना कैनवास DCN का ओपन करते हो, आपको ग्रेड्स में जाना है। आपके पास यहाँ पे ESC 2 यहाँ पे दिखेगा। ESC 2 के बाजू में यहाँ पे आपको एक चैट बॉक्स लिखा गया है। जस्ट अ सेकेंड। हाँ, okay, you need to go to ESC 2। let me just showcase for any particular students। ठीक है, आपको क्या करना है, आपके ग्रेड बुक में जाना है। from your grade book what you need to do, you need to go to your grade sheet। आप अपने ग्रेड में जाओगे तो यहाँ पे एक चैट बॉक्स जैसा विंडो होगा। you need to click on that window and in the down you are having the paper, डाउनलोड पेपर 1 PDF like that stuff। तो वो जो पेपर है वो आपका यूनिट टेस्ट 2 का पेपर है। आपके पास 21 अक्टूबर तक का टाइम है। आपको क्या करना है, इसको कोई नोटबुक में या कोई फाइल पेजेस नहीं बट प्रॉपर सप्लीमेंट्री में आपको लिखना है और इसके ऊपर ये पेपर प्रिंट आउट होना चाहिए। ये पेपर प्रिंट आउट करके उसके ऊपर लगा दो, नीचे उसके क्वेश्चन लिख दो। जब भी इसका वाइवा अरेंज होता है आपको वो पेपर हमको फिजिकली सबमिट करना है और कैनवास में भी अपलोड करना है 21 अक्टूबर से पहले। जब आप वाइवा में आओ, इट इज मैंडेटरी दैट यू ब्रिंग all your paper ESC1 ESC2 paper to submit to us। इज इट ओके? और इसका वाइवा होगा, तो अगर आप किसी में से कॉपी पेस्ट डायरेक्टली कर रहे हो और आप वाइवा में उसके आंसर नहीं दे पा रहे हो, इट मींस यू हैव नॉट डन दोस टास्क ऑन योर ओन, इट्स कंसीडर्ड एज अ जीरो। इज इट ओके? आज के दिन में चेक क्या आपको करना है, कैनवास में जाके ये चेक करिए कि आपकी ग्रेड बुक में EAC2 में जाके ये पेपर आपको मिला है या नहीं। अगर वो नहीं मिला है तो तुरंत मुझे या सुनील सर को मेल कीजिए दैट आई हैव नॉट रिसीव्ड द यूनिट टेस्ट 2 पेपर अलोंग विथ योर एनरोलमेंट नंबर, वी विल गिव इट टू यू। इज इट ओके एवरीवन फ्रॉम ऑनलाइन? ड्यू इज 15 October। जस्ट अ सेकंड, लेट मी चेक। मैं सुनील सर ने एक बार ड्यू का बात बताया था, मैं कर लेता हूँ। हाँ जी, हाँ, સરપ્રાઈઝ ટેસ્ટ હા ના એ જરૂર નથી, ઓકે આ બે જોશે ખાલી. ઓકે યસ યસ સોરી, hello please, ESC2 sorry it's not 21st October, it's a 15 October. Why because ये डिपार्टमेंट लेवल का सब्जेक्ट है, तो कुछ दिन हमको भी चाहिए आपके पेपर चेक करने के लिए, और हमको भी मार्क 27 अक्टूबर से पहले अपलोड करने हैं। स्मित बोलिए, हमको भी आपके EAC1 EAC2 के मार्क अपलोड करने हैं, सो दैट्स व्हाई 10 days इज इनफ फॉर दैट। 30 मार्क के पेपर के लिए 1 घंटा 1.5 घंटा ही मिलता है, वी आर गिविंग अ 10 days, सो इट्स इनफ टाइम। ठीक है, तो 15 अक्टूबर के बाद हम सब लोग आपका पेपर चेक करके फाइनल मार्कशीट हमको भी जनरेट करनी है। और एक बार सब लोग ध्यान रखें, मैं फिर से रिपीट कर रहा हूँ, EAC1 EAC2 EAC1 तो चला गया, EAC2 मस्ट बी योर फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी। कि जितने लोगों का जो भी कैनवास का टास्क बाकी है उसमें EAC2 सबसे पहले करिए, बाद में CAC करिए, उसके बाद में टर्म वर्क आइए, जो भी टास्क बाकी है वो करिए। जितने लोगों का लैब एक्सपेरिमेंट 10 तक हुआ है, 9 तक हुआ है, डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट। जो नहीं हुए हैं उसका हम मैनेज कर लेंगे, उसको उतने ही मार्क में से हम ग्रेडिंग कर देंगे, डोंट वरी विद दैट। ओके, ऐसा नहीं 10 नहीं हुआ 12 का मार्क हमको काट लिया, ऐसा नहीं होगा। There are TC1, TC2, TC3, all the batches and different batches are running. So don't worry with those lab numbers. We have all the record and according to that, we will give you the mark. Don't worry with that. Is it okay? But टर्म वर्क के अलावा जितने भी टास्क है वो सबका डेडलाइन जो यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है उसके पहले आपको खत्म करना है। Give your first priority to EAC2. ठीक है, कोई डाउट इसमें किसी को? समझ में आ गया सबको क्या करना है? और एक बार कैनवास पे सब चीज सबमिटेड, खत्म, DCN खत्म, कुछ नहीं, वाइवा देके चले गए, DCN सब्जेक्ट का कोई EAC नहीं है, तो डोंट आस्क मी लाइक दैट सर हमारा इसका EAC का डेट कब होगा। सेमेस्टर खत्म, कैनवास में सब चीज सबमिट, ऑल द थिंग्स, DCN सब्जेक्ट इज ओवर। ठीक है, मेरे को किसी को फेल नहीं करना है। अगर आप फेल होना चाहते हो तो 6 महीने के बाद और एक आपको चांस मिलेगा, but I don't want to make you fail. If you have submitted all the stuff, I'm not going to fail you. Okay, but condition आप सब चीजें सबमिट करो। ठीक है, चलो next what I'm going to start. Yes, so coming back to the our discussion. Okay, so this is the thing that we are discussing, that what are the wireless or wireless fidelity modes in the action. Now we will see, there is one video that is going to play. Let me see if it is getting played. Yes, it is. Everybody see that. What is the Wi-Fi direct? Just a second. Let me share the screen. Everybody see that video? Yes. Please. So this is the small video by the Wi-Fi Alliance. So when they have started in October 2000, October 25, 2010. Okay, आज से 11 साल पहले. Why they are just giving this video? Just give the briefing on that. What do you mean by Wi-Fi Direct? Okay, Wi-Fi Direct is nothing but they are giving you possibilities. Like आप कोई भी devices से ऐसे direct आप print. Like this is the very routine in this days. ये बहुत routine है कि आप mobile से कोई picture click करो, just click on the print button and whatever your printer is there is also.
Scooter માં છે પ્રિયાંશી ફોન આપ્યો ડિપ્લોમા
કોનો ફોન છે?
તો ત્યારે પાછળ
નિશિત. Okay. So it is, yes, Nisit. Nisit is speaking something. Okay. So these are the things that we are. Nisit, you mute your mic. Nisit, if you have a question, you ask me in the chat box. Satodia, Nisit.
એમાં તો કાકરા બાકરો વાગી.
Okay, he's muted now. Hope so. Yeah. So it will be just a video or just an advertisement from this Wi-Fi Alliance that in the future you can do a such type of the communication that you bring your mobile to any nearby device and you can directly share and do the stuff. Right now, there most of the devices where we are having a Wi-Fi connectivity, such type of the facilities we have. Okay, so these are the things it is going to be possible with the Wi-Fi. So right now we are experienced, but at the time they are starting with such advertisement. This is just an example. So what are the Wi-Fi direct features they are identified? Connect device directly with or without the Wi-Fi network or the hotspot available. Makes the connection to open the world application including connection sharing, sync, printing, gaming and more. Connect with almost any Wi-Fi certified devices because it is come under the Wi-Fi alliances. Designed for portable and stationary devices. Like whatever your portable devices, right now you are consider it as a IoT devices. Whatever your printer, wireless devices are there, wireless mouse are there, some of the photo sharing apps are there, and Apple is working major on this one Wi-Fi direct. Like if you are having a that what is the name of that particular word? Like if your mobile Wi-Fi and Bluetooth is on, and if you click the phone right now, so it will directly sharing to the nearby Apple devices. Nearby something the name is there. So it is working on the same stuff. If your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth is on, and if you click the picture, and if you sharing that on, it will reach to all the devices nearby you. That's one of the features of Wi-Fi Direct. Next, we have a Bluetooth. Okay, Bluetooth is a wireless personal area network for the lower cluster. What is their goal? Cable replacement, whatever for the small area, or we can say any temporary area where we require a large cabling. To remove that cabling, that Bluetooth is going to use to remove that cable for the smaller distance communication. Low cost, low power. Okay, it is very low cost, the low power. Bluetooth की एक चीप अगर आप मार्केट में से इंडिविजुअल लेने जाओ वो 250 या 300 रुपीस की आती है right now. Okay, for your any hobby base or DIY project, you can get it in a 300 rupees. Small size for mobile devices, and standard is 802.15.1. It's under the PAN, Personal Area Network Category. What are the specifications? There are three classes: 100 watt with 100 milliwatt with the 100 meter range, 2.5 milliwatt with 10 meter range, and 1 milliwatt for the 1 meter range. Depending on that, what type of the application, there are different classes of those chips are available. It is working on ISM band. See in this name, ISM band at the 2.4 to 2.485 gigahertz. Frequency hopping over a 79 channels, 16 hops per second. So it is a secure communication and it is using a frequency hopping spread spectrum technique. Okay. Now I'm having one question like that. RF, like whatever the Bluetooth are there, which is working also on 2.4 something gigahertz. Wi-Fi is also working on 2.4 and something gigahertz. So is it possible that whatever the signal you are generating from Bluetooth can be accessed through Wi-Fi? ब्लूटूथ दोनों सेम फ्रीक्वेंसी पे काम कर रहे हैं आईएसएम बैंड. तो ब्लूटूथ पे जो भी डेटा जनरेट हो रहा है, क्या आप वाईफाई की चिप से उसको रिसीव कर सकते हो? नो. व्हाई? बिकॉज इट इज कम अंडर द डिफरेंट क्लासिफिकेशन फैमिली. वाईफाई किसके अंदर आता है? 802.11a. while this Bluetooth, it's coming under the Wi-Fi 802.15.1. So जैसे ये नंबर चेंज हुआ, उसका पूरा सेट ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शन, प्रोटोकॉल, सब चीज चेंज हो जाएगा. तो आप सेम फ्रीक्वेंसी पे उसमें रिसीव करेगा वो एंटेना से. But if it is not a Wi-Fi or Bluetooth to Bluetooth decoder, that signal is not going to receive by that. And that's why your mobile, your Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth, all are working on a single antenna. आपके मोबाइल में एक ही एंटेना होता है जिसके अंदर मोबाइल कम्युनिकेशन भी होता है, वाईफाई भी होता है, ब्लूटूथ भी होता है. But depend on that which communication protocol you are using, according to that, that thing is going to decode it. ठीक है? उसके अलग अलग बैंड होते हैं पूरा, कि भाई जीएसएम भी आए, 4G भी चले, 5G भी चले, ब्लूटूथ भी हो, वाईफाई भी हो. बट कौन से स्टैंडर्ड से वो डेटा ट्रांसमिट हो रहा हुआ है, या फिर कौन सा पैकेट फॉर्म किया हुआ है ब्लूटूथ से, वाईफाई से, zigbee से, according to that decoder is there, then it is going to receive back. Okay. So we are keeping this particular stuff up to this one. From the next lecture onwards, we'll go with the further Bluetooth versions, Zigbee, roaming network, and all this stuff. Is it okay with everyone? Any question, any doubt? If you're not having any doubt and question, you write your complete enrollment number and name in the chat box, and then you can leave. All the students, please write on that chat box. एक बंदा join होके बाकी सबके enrollment number लिख दीजिए. चलिए. If you have written your number, then you can leave. Everyone, if you have written your number, then you can leave.